Hello everybody. How are you guys doing today? I hope you're having an amazing day. Also, I'm joined by Michu and Jack. Also, okay.
I am here.
Are you here?
Present, I am.
Are you though?
Jack is always present. He's omnipresent.
Physically, I am here. Mentally, I am halfway down this Reddit post.
Good.
Jack, get out of Reddit. Right now.
Rude.
So, what we're going to be doing today. For those of you that don't know, over the weekend that passed, the Golden Demon, one of the painting competitions that Games Workshop organizes, was held at Adepticon. And they announced the winners. So we are going to take a look at the winners. We're going to discuss them. Me and Jack, as hobby painters and miniature painters, are gonna give our 2 cents. And we also brought in our dear sibling, who is a classical, more classic oriented. I wouldn't say classic artist. Well, you do have like classical education for art.
Yeah, I have classical painting training. Yes.
Michelangelo Amici.
So she will give more
Michelangelo.
The opinion of like more the traditional artists on like
Michelangelo.
That's the guy that did the ceiling thing, right?
Ceiling thing. Yeah, he did like the Sistine Chapel.
I'm not gonna lie, I only know his name because one of the Ninja Turtles are named after him.
He's my favorite anime character.
All of the Ninja Turtles are named after artists.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leonardo is named after Leonardo da Vinci.
Raffaello is another really good.
Was like an engineer.
No. So all of the Ninja Turtles are named after famous artists.
Oh, is that why their enemy is Shredder? Because the enemy of the artist is their work being shredded.
I never thought about it that way, and
that
I think
kind of makes sense. Yeah. Now that you say it, that kind of makes sense.
Does that mean Michi's biggest VTuber enemy is just a Shredder?
Yes. Actually, no. I'm a digital painter.
So I guess the recycling bin.
Hard disk formatting.
Power outage.
Power outage. The save button in Clip Studio.
Oh god. Not him, no.
You've been painting for 12 hours straight. You forget to save. You go to click on save and the icon has disappeared.
To be honest, I love that basically because Clip Studio doesn't have like autosave, and the previous program that Michu was using had autosave. So sometimes we will be sitting like just yapping and she will be working on a commission or something like that. And it's been like hours since she started working. And she goes like, this is the first time I saved like what I've been doing. And I'm like, if your program crashed, you would have lost like 4 hours of progress. What do you mean this is the first time you're saving?
I like the danger. What can I say? You know how I was making my live stream mother on stream the other day?
Yeah.
And the first time I saved was like half an hour after I finished the stream. So that was like 6 hours of no saving total.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Bestie.
You make me feel anxious for you.
Yeah, and the thing is, she even has like a save redeem on her.
I was gonna say, wait a minute, don't you have a save redeem?
No,
she
I
does.
don't.
What do you mean you don't?
I think you need one.
You need one.
Have it.
You need one.
Well,
I also love to live dangerously, but you need a save redeem.
But that would defeat the purpose of living dangerously.
You're living dangerously because you're letting chat decide when you should be saving.
Yeah. I can't wait for the day when she's like working on a commission and like the deadline is today, like she needs to finish it, and then she contacts the customer and like, I finished your commission, but I have to like do 60% of it again because my program crashed and I didn't save any of the progress.
To be honest, the closest thing I've ever had to that was this was not a commission though. This was a free request for somebody that was very much treating it as a commission though. Don't judge me. I was not a professional freelancer yet, so I was stupid. But anyway, this was a piece involving 12 different characters. Like it was a massive thing with like a background and all of them being full bodies, like 12 people, right?
Okay.
I got 80% done with this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then my computer died. And that computer, I never recovered anything from it. Like it was all
So
gone.
you had to redo, like, let's say you finished like 10 of the people that were supposed to be in it, and you had to redo them all over again?
Well, no, because it was a free request and I just said, fuck it.
Okay, that kind of makes sense.
I just didn't do
If
it again. I
if
was like,
it's
there's
not
no
a
way.
commission and I have to like redo 10 people, I will also be like, nah.
No, I think I spent 50 hours on it. I was very slow back then. I had a different way of painting. But no, I was like, nah, I'm sorry, like, I'm not redoing this, bruh.
Do you back up
Artworks,
your
one
stuff
of the
somewhere on like the cloud, somewhere off your PC? Bestie?
the silence is deafening. Michi?
Did her internet? Maybe she muted for some reason. What
Maybe.
were you trying to say, Jack?
I was gonna say, what's it called? The digital art world freelance, or like people like, oh, can you do this for free? Is just fucking blows my mind. Cause I'm like, I've done freelance stuff like programming, and then
Yeah.
I've done freelance painting before for people, but painting like actual physical minis. And it's just like, on what universe am I gonna, if someone comes up to me and they're like, hey, I like your minis, cool. Can you paint my minis? Like, yeah, I sure,
Well,
I'll you can pay me and I'll do it.
Welcome back. To be fair, I've had like cases where like friends and acquaintances will like come to me and like ask me, hey, can you like paint this like Warhammer mini for me, or like
It's
can you paint
different
this
if
like
you're a
unit for me,
friend,
and so on.
though.
The problem I have with it though, and I have witnessed this over the last year or so, is people befriend some artists just to try and get free art out of them, which is like sickening.
Yeah.
Like for me, this is like the ultimate not manipulation, but exploitation. Like for you to befriend somebody just so you can get like free art out of them.
Yeah.
Also, hybrid, thank you for the catnip. Bestie, before you went away, we were discussing, do you make backups of your art outside of your PC?
When I was using Procreate, yes, because I was saving everything on my cloud.
Okay.
Nowadays, I don't have a reason to save on my cloud, but at the same time, I do make sure every once in a while to either save to the Clip Studio cloud, because I do have a cloud on Clip Studio, or because I travel a lot. What happens lately is I just put everything on my other cloud just to have access to it in England.
Okay, so you do have like a copy outside of your PC, because I was about to say
Not of everything, but most things, yes.
Okay. Marigos, thank you very much for the catnip.
Think about it this way. If something needs finishing and I'm traveling, it gets brought into the cloud. If something is already finished, probably not.
Yeah, I mean like ongoing work. Like if you was like an already finished project, well, it is what it is. But like, at least your like ongoing projects, you need to have like a copy, because if something happens to your PC, God forbid, like you can possibly lose a lot of work.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
wonder what a genius it was that managed to convince everyone to call it the cloud.
Not sure where did the term cloud originate from.
Because it's such. I don't like the term in general, but it's just. I've only ever. It's like people are just like, oh yeah, it's in the cloud. And it's just like, well, yeah, it's on someone's like server physically, I guess, somewhere.
Okay, so cloud as a 90 term originated from a technical diagram in the early internet era of the 1990s that use a cloud-like symbol to simplify representations of complex network infrastructure, servers, and internet connectivity.
Hey,
So basically, the marketing campaign used the cloud symbol to simplify it more, like for non-technical people, I guess.
That was like back when you were still a young person.
In 1990, I was 1 year old. Yes, not even like
I mean,
1 year
if
old,
we add
because I'm at the end of the year.
2 zeros to it, yeah, I guess you are 1 year old if you add 2 zeros to the end.
If we add two zeros to the end,
A 1 and then 2 zeros.
Are you implying that in 1990 I was 100 years old?
Yeah, you're an old bastard.
Yes, I was there when the pyramids were built.
Really?
Yes.
Anyway,
Isn't Cleopatra closer to us than Cleopatra was to the building of the pyramids?
Yes, actually. Pyramids are pretty old. Pyramids are like,
aren't they like
I think the oldest one is, well, I wouldn't say they are the oldest thing that has been discovered, but like I think the oldest one was dated to somewhere 5,000, 6,000 years ago.
aren't the pyramids 8 to 9?
What, 8? Huh?
8 to 9k years ago, the pyramids.
Damn.
I don't think they are that old.
If I remember correctly, yeah.
How old is the oldest pyramid?
How much is it?
Pyramid of Djoser, which is 2000 and around 700 years before Christ. So
No,
around
that
5,000 years.
That can't be. I can never be wrong.
Okay.
Well, Vici has spoken.
So the oldest architecture that like has been found is no, an architecture, something that was built by people, was from 25,000 years ago, and it's a structure built entirely out of mammoth bones.
Wow.
The oldest
it was discovered in Russia. Basically, the Ice Age has trapped it in a 40 feet
permafrost.
Permafrost, yeah.
The oldest human created thing I found was apparently a cave in Greece that is 130,000 years old.
Well, yeah, but that's a cave. Like, it's not really like made by humans.
Oh no! Sorry, I described that terribly. It's what's it called? Well, like paintings and like caveman art and stuff.
Art and stuff. Yeah.
Basically, what my physical skill level as an artist is the exact same.
Is the caveman painting? Yeah. But Jack, you and me, we finger paint plastic. This is why we brought in Michi, so we have an actual artist that can like discuss the minis with us.
Michi can tell us if it's actually good.
I will actually be mean and be extremely non-objective and go like, I don't like green. This is shit.
Why would you do that?
I don't know why that just made me think of the artist who made a copy of like Vanta Black, and the terms and conditions of using the paint is that you don't give it to the guy that made the OG Blackest Black. Just
What?
What do you mean do not give it? Like, he's forbidden from buying the paint?
Yeah, so there's the guy who made like the world's blackest black paint, right? But he had like a patent thing on it, right? So he owns that blend. So you can't, so people can't sell it or whatever. So a guy made a copy of it, right?
Okay.
That's different enough and is basically just as black. But when you go to his website to try and buy it, a part of the terms and conditions of buying it is that you're not going to give the paint to the original guy.
Okay, the thing is, like, if I remember correctly, the Vanta Black that like was released, like it soaks 98% of the light, so it is like it literally looks like there is a hole in like the fabric of the universe. How much further can you push this? Like, I feel that
99.965% of visible light. That is something.
Yeah, I feel if we push it any further, we may create an actual black hole. Like, we'll create a puncture in the universe.
The picture of it on Wikipedia looks just as fucking black as the black bars on the side of the website as I click on the picture. It's great.
Yeah. I have seen, well, not the Vanta Black, like the 99.9% black one, because I feel that one was like extremely expensive, but I have seen some people paint minis with like the extremely like black paint, and like the mini, so what they did was they painted the mini normally, and then they placed like the mini that was painted like Vanta Black behind them, and it looked like the mini was casting a shadow behind it. It looked really cool. I will share pictures later if I remember to look for it. Okay, we have been yapping for some time. Do you guys want to move into the judging and discussing?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Am I sharing my screen with you? Do you see the thingy?
Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing. Okay, yes. Here I am as well. Okay, as you see, we're going to be discussing the Golden Demon winners from Adepticon 2026 that passed just the last weekend. It is fresh, like 4 days ago. Okay, the first category we have is Warhammer 40k single miniature, and this is the golden winner, New Hollis. I think this is one of the what was their face? The Wolf chapter from the Space Marines.
Space Wolves.
Space Wolves.
Yeah.
The Wolf chapter from Space from the Space Marines. Space Wolves, of course.
Space Wolves.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was it their librarian?
No, I don't think. Do the Space Wolves have librarians?
Don't remember. I haven't like played 40k in so freaking long.
What do you think about this person, Michi? What vibes are you getting from this person?
I like it. He looks like he's very rude. But
He
apart
looks
from
like
that,
he's very rude.
I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty accurate.
Yeah, for Space Wolves, that is pretty accurate.
The context is I have absolutely no knowledge on Warhammer whatsoever, so I'll be judging based on my feelings on these characters.
Just tell us, like, based on like the paint work,
So
the blending.
Your
Art
vibe.
wise, is that fish painted? Because that's amazing. It looks like he's actually 3D into the inside the cylinder. Is
I
stepping on.
think it's an actual like fish, like a mini fish, and he made like a resin
It's
for.
a resin. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that's amazing. I really like the weapon. It's actually my favorite thing about this, to be honest, because that edge on the blade looks like it's actually shining back at us metal. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, his non-metallic metal is really good.
There's
Although
no rendition. It's nice too.
it does give like vibes of the Space Viking, which for Space Wolf is kind of accurate.
Yeah. Account sign up. Go away, Instagram.
Maybe the only thing I would have liked is maybe the fur coat to be a darker color. Because it kind of blends in for me with the wolf skull.
Neil has 15
I did
entries
not
getting
see
a
this.
major award.
Oh, well.
This guy is fucking amazing. He has 15 entries that have a medal or a major award.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I did not see the skull until you mentioned it. So I think that's a pretty correct critic.
Yeah. Because the thing is like the hair is like very similar color to the fur, and the skull is like right next to the head and in front of the fur as well. So it kind of blends in. And you can't really like change the like color of the skull that much, because you can either go for like more weathered like bone to be like more like dark brown someone, or you can do like a weathered like dry bone which is like super white. But I feel the skull in this color feels good. I would have gone for maybe slightly darker fur, because that way to also sandwich kind of the mini between like two dark colors, between the gray of the ground and like a more darker color on top. But again, like amazing job.
Yeah.
Also, like any picture, do take it like with a grain of salt, because I have heard from a lot of people that have attended like Golden Demon that the pictures don't like the pictures that GW do for the minis from Golden Demon don't really do justice of like how the mini actually works in real life.
True, that's true.
Okay, the other two winners in this category are, we have a Space Elf that is very red, and we have a Custody on one of their speeders.
Okay.
Oh, the jetpacks.
I do
yeah.
know you have a very big weakness for gold.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's amazing. They should have won, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I thought that as well.
Is that the one you mentioned earlier?
Yeah, to be fair, it is, I think, mostly personal preference, but I do also prefer the Custody. All three, the amazing job. Like Neil Hollis.
Yeah, they're all like insane. But I have to agree with Jack. I think bronze should have been gold, not gonna lie. It's actually, I love the metal rendering. I have a weakness for that, not gonna lie. I love the skulls. I love the details on the skulls. They look 3D printed. Like, as in, like, they look like they were not hand painted, but they're just on like that. And look at that floor, by the way.
Yeah, the floor is very well rendered. It does look like marble.
Yeah, it's like a perfect rendition, not gonna lie.
The only thing I would find that like Neil did a lot better is the rendition of the edge, like the weapon's edge. The spear is not like so. It's not rendered as shiny as the axe head, I feel.
True.
The highlights for the non-metallic are a bit more basic than the one in the Space Wolf.
Wow, they're all like super, super good, not gonna lie. The number 2 is really well made. To be honest, I don't find it as impressive as the other two, even though it looks like the armor looks like it's almost glowing. Like it's really good. The how do you call that thing in between the legs? Like the skirt, whatever that's called. I don't know how that's called.
The let's say the skirt, yeah. I'm
yeah,
not sure about the name as well.
That's really, really good. I really like that. That's like the first thing that comes to my eye when I look at this piece. But the question is that something the artist wanted to be the first thing that comes to your eye when you look at that? Because that's something, that's a big, big thing about art. Like you need to know what's the first thing your eye is going to be drawn to.
Well, the thing is, like, we do have like non-spoken rule in like whenever we're doing miniature painting, and that is that usually the face needs to be a bit brighter than like the rest of the mini, because the face needs to be like the first thing that is your eyes are drawn to. But it also depends on like if whenever you're doing like display painting like this, it kind of depends on like what's the environment that you're going to put your mini in, and what you want, like which part of the mini do you want to pop out the most.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do feel like the armor is like very in your face. It's very bright, like very vibrant colors, and the face is like more desaturated.
Yeah,
so
you don't really.
The first thing that you see immediately is like the armor.
Yeah, definitely.
Also, amazing work on rendering the gems, because this is not a big mini. This is like a 3.5 centimeters mini.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
So the axe dude and the space elf in second place, they're like small minis, like they're 3.5 centimeters. The bike dude, like the bike itself is around like 5 centimeters, so they're not that big.
Oh wow, okay. Yeah, the gem work is crazy there, by the way.
Also, I like how I like how he did the contrast between like the elf in red and the Necron in blue. Yeah, it's like the battle. Like, yeah, it's like the battle between red and blue.
Damn, that's some nostalgia.
Okay, so all three in agreement. We like the bronze entry.
Yeah, the
more
bronze
as a
one feels
preference
better.
price. Well, again, like it whatever we say, like we prefer something, it's personal preference. Like it doesn't mean that it should have won, like, or anything. Because
no, GW, you need to listen specifically to me and cater to my tastes.
Exactly.
Yes, Jack, you need to become the main judge for like the next Golden Demon. Then you'll be able to decide like who's the winner. Okay, next category. Unit or Q team. Again, Warhammer 40k. The gold was taken by TD McDonald, which did some Astra Militarum. Astra Militarum is kind of the like human, like the normal human soldiers, yeah, in the world of 40k.
if a battle kills several billion guardsmen, that's considered basically a perfect win with near enough no loss. A guardsman on the front lines life expectancy is something like 10 hours.
No,
Okay, I
like
guess.
the Kriegsman's expectancy is a few minutes.
Well, that's because the Kriegsmen are slightly suicidal, but yeah.
Is that freehand on the? Yeah, it's a freehand on the banner.
Wow.
Yeah, that banner's if I remember rightly, I have that mini somewhere, but I believe that banner is just flat.
Yeah, that is not like carved on the fuck. I think he did it like freehand.
Yeah, that is
Damn.
just
Bessie, your
black, I
screen
believe.
looks pretty dark on stream.
My screen looks dark. Oh yeah, cause
Yeah.
HDR. Give me a second. Da-da-da. Da-da-da.
I do like this mini and the paint job. It just feels very safe. It's very Golden Demon. It's clean. It's executed well. But there's nothing that makes me look at this mini and like, aside from how well it's painted, makes me want to care about it for longer than about 5 seconds.
True. I was gonna say something very similar. Like, it's really nice to look at, but it's not something that I don't want to say interesting because that's mean, but it's nothing super special.
Yeah.
If I don't know.
It doesn't really have the like that wow moment.
The thing that does draw my attention is the guy's pauldron. Because that pauldron normally, the guy on the left, his pauldron, like that mini, is just a flat pauldron. And he's free-handed the tiny little skull as well as what looks like either some kind of debris or some sort of thing broken on it as well.
Oh yeah, I just noticed that. It's
Aside
like
from
part
that,
of the pauldron has fallen off.
it's executed well. It's just boring.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, we have second place and third place. Second place was done by Wukas Weering with the, I want to say, Blades of Corn.
Yes.
And we have Aaron Quark, which is AC Miniature. He's another amazing miniature streamer, and
I do want to say I am slightly biased here just because I am a sucker for the blue, that sort of ultramarines in that like blend of blue and how that is. It just looks so nice and clean.
That is so true.
I have to say, I like both because I am a bit of a sucker for like Blades of Combat. Aaron did an amazing job of like the blue blend, and especially the contrast of like the red quad and the what are the rope thingies hanging from like their armors and stuff with the blue armor.
Tassels.
Yeah, tassels. Just gives such amazing contrast, and also the freehand on the flag is Jesus Christ, like.
Oh yeah, that's a completely flat flag as well. That's all freehand. I don't understand how that again is stuck at bronze, whilst the other two are ahead of it. But
yeah, I guess it's a.
Well, the thing is that, as I said before, like we make our preferences, I feel, more on like artistic execution and personal preference. And that's been discussed like before, that the Golden Demon judges usually like look more for like cleanliness, art technique, and so on. So it is possible that they saw a more clean execution on the other two than on Aaron's.
Yeah.
Because, to be fair, like, my opinion, just like purely on artistic execution, Aaron wins the category for me, hands down.
Yeah, to be honest, I think the Aaron is the right one.
The right one, the blue.
Yeah, no,
the blue guys.
Also, look at that grass. Like, the floor is crazy good as well.
The grass is the grass. This is sold like a prop thingy that you can go onto your base, but yeah, the whole concept of the base is also really nice. That he's elevated the different minis. I do like that because a lot of people do keep like their plinth like flat, the way that they get it, and they just like pile in rocks and stuff like that to like create elevation. He, I think, actually took like some kind of drilling to it and like made the ground uneven.
Yeah.
Which gives it a more like natural, like literally you've taken like a piece of land and just like cut it out.
Yeah, it doesn't look like some plimps that just look like you've painted a cool mini and then you've just stuck it on top of a piece of wood.
I've posted Aaron's Instagram in chat if you guys want to go and give him a follow. He's won a few Golden Demons by now. I think he has like 3 bronze Golden Demons so far and 2 silvers. And he has, I think, 4 or 5 like finalist spins as well. So he's like an experienced painter in the Golden Demon competitions. Okay, next category. We have Warch miniatures or vehicles. Warhammer 40k again. For the first gold, we have Nicholas Rubens Mortensen. With the what was this model called? I do know that most people that like paint this model paint it as a shark because of the massive teeth, like the
yeah,
the Tootie Boy.
Wow, this is so cool.
The orc models always look very cool. I have to like give it that. I do love how he's done the skin of the orc. If you see like on the tips of the finger where it's like slightly pinkish, and then like it blends in into the green skin, it gives it like very warm, like there is blood flowing through that tissue. It gives it a very living feeling.
Yeah, true. Oh, I really like this one, yeah.
The base is also really nice.
Will this be the first one that actually deserves to be number 1?
We'll see the bronze and silver in a second. What's that on the top though? Like the red thingy on top.
I don't know.
Is that like a
the
banner
little banner?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Some of them have banners. I think that means he is the like sergeant equivalently.
Ah, okay, that makes sense. Also, I gotta say, like, he did justice even like to the rubble that is on the base, like the space marine is like super well rendered as well. Okay, moving on to bronze and silver. Bronze was done by John Margiotta, and he did. Oh, what were these called? Not cannoneers. From Dastra Militarum. The walkers.
I can't think of what they are. I know what you mean, though.
I do love how like torn up and like battle worn it looks. And also I have to give it props for actually looking like something that you can just like transfer over to a base and you can use it in like actual games. Because a lot of these minis, like, they look too precious to like
they
put
look
on a tabletop.
Or they look clean.
But this one like looks beaten up and like battle worn, so I feel it will like look at its place on the battlefield as well.
True. Oh, I love that bronze one.
Yeah.
God, why is it always the bronze ones?
Yeah, so this bronze one is also the same guy who got bronze last year. That I got real angry because his I felt like his bronze last year should have also gotten gold.
It's a Shijak. It's Kaha Katarzyna.
She, sorry.
Yeah. I'll share her Instagram as well. If you guys want to go and give her a follow.
I see. It's because she's a woman. She's getting shafted.
To be fair, like, I love the colors that she's using, but Kaha has an amazing sense for color. She always works in like very vibrant colors and like very bold combinations, and somehow she makes them work. I love here how like the red of the weapon and the beetles go into like the purple rope. It's like looking amazing. Mortensen's orc looks
really
amazing, but for me the winner of the category is like Kaha. This looks freaking amazing. And also I don't even, because I know how fragile some of the Necron models are. Most of them.
All of them?
I don't even want to know how hard it was to like prop this huge model.
I have built
these lightnings.
I've built him before. He is a pain in the ass.
I don't think this model comes on a lightning though. I think he's on something. Aren't those like the lightnings from the other big boy from the Necrons, the dragon?
I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure he does.
Well, most of their like flying models come on lightnings, so it does make some sense. But yeah, it looks amazing. Maybe my only like critique of this, because the lightning that kind of connects the beetles and is prompting the model
doesn't really stand out that much.
Yeah, they look a bit dull, and because maybe they are not lightning, but I interpret them as lightning. But I feel they need to be like a little bit more glowy. But I also kind of understand why she didn't do it, because then it will take away from the model itself.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Also the freaking reflections, cause the red at the end of the is that quote? The red at the end of the quote is like a metal reflection from the lightning and the beetles. I just noticed.
Oh,
So she like
that is
rendered
insane.
in like she rendered in like metal reflection from the red stuff.
That is actually insane. Yeah, I think she should win.
Yeah, I think we are in agreement that Kaha's model is like our personal favorite. Next category, Warhammer Age of Sigmar single miniature. I do love
Okay.
the
Wow.
armor. I do freaking love the armor. I don't know what color that
Wow.
is, but it looks amazing.
I love this animal, whatever it is.
Uh,
Griff.
Hippo Griff
Something.
something. I love that the bright colors and like the light spots are exactly where they're supposed to be, like the front of the bird, the front of the rider. The other parts are a little bit like more desaturated, so like your eyes are immediately like drawn into the rider with the mount. If I have a critique about it, is I don't like that he's left so much from the plinth bare.
Yeah, it feels a little strange that the base is just empty.
Especially when all the things we've just looked at are like insanely rendered on the floor.
Yeah. It feels like he glued like the three pieces that like the minis like are standing on, and he decided like, yeah, that's enough. I don't need anything more. Like, I don't know. It just feels like unfinished to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
I do love the gold render on the mount though, especially like the chest piece. The gold on it, it's like insane.
No, I love this thing, dude. It's actually, I'm not biased, I swear. It's not just because it's gold, but it's actually the combination of the gold and that teal color for the armor, and both for the animal and for the guy. Like, I love that.
To be fair,
It's a beautiful combination of color.
I didn't imagine I would love the combo between gold and teal color like so much, but it kind of speaks to me.
Right? It really works. Not gonna lie.
And because like the blue of the feathers is like darker and more desaturated, like it doesn't take away from the armor and like because the griffin has like armor piece on its face, so your eye kind of gets drawn to it instead of like the body with the feathers and stuff.
Yeah.
It's a really nice rendition. And we have second and third place silver for Rafael Boyon. And
Wow.
Kaha with another bronze. So the person that won bronze in the previous category also won bronze in this category.
Does she get bronze all the time?
Last year I think she won bronze again. I'm not sure if she has like silver. I don't think she's won gold so far. But I think yeah, she's won bronze. Oh no, she also got silver for her Gargant last year. So she has 1 silver and 3 bronze wins so far.
Yeah.
Which is an achievement. Like, just the thing is, like, there are so many entries at the Golden Demon, and like the competition is so big at the Golden Demon that even you just getting like a commended entry or like just making it to the finalists is like an amazing achievement in our hobby.
Yeah.
We are in ads though, so let's
Yeah, we don't answer
yap a little bit before we get out of ads. Basically, have you? I know that you haven't like painted minis like tabletop minis and stuff like that, but have you painted something like in a similar medium to miniatures?
Well, in a way, I used to sculpt on. It's not clay. I don't remember the name. The one that you cook in the oven, and it becomes red. I don't know what that's called.
I think that is clay.
Isn't that
Is it
polymer
clay?
clay? Yeah.
No, it's not polymer clay. No, it's red. It's the same thing pots are
Just
made
like
of.
regular, like pottery
It's clay, yeah.
Yeah, but it's not polymer clay. But anyway, and we painted that, but we were glazing those, or sometimes staining them and stuff like that. So I guess it's a bit different. We were not artistically painting them because the material doesn't allow for that. But we did glazing quite a bit. It was nice.
Nice.
Jack, how long have you been in the hobby?
I started like a couple of months before COVID happened.
So 2019.
So about 6-ish years now.
Damn, you've been in the hobby longer than me. Jesus. I started basically because when we got like in the lockdown and like nobody could leave and go anywhere, I was so much going out of my mind. I needed to do something that I got a 3D printer and like started printing stuff. And then I was like, maybe I want to paint them as well. So I bought like a bunch of acrylic paints and started painting. Like I'm gonna show you sometime, like to the brats in the stream, how like some of my early minis look like, because the paint is all chunky. I am all over the place with like the placement. The eyes were atrocious. Like I'm not even gonna go into direct details for it, but yeah, I started painting like the minis I printed, and I kind of find it enjoyable. Like if you are a person that don't like get impatient and don't get mad whenever like you fail at the task and you need to repeat it, because especially with small details, sometimes you need to like repaint it over and over and over again until you get it right. Yeah. Painting can be very therapeutic. So once I started like painting the 3D printed minis, a friend of mine actually was doing Warhammer 40k, and he got me into the hobby, and then I kind of started. So I started like printing October, I want to say 2020, and I got into like Warhammer 40k land like April 2021. So it's been about 5 years now since I got into that whole mess. Yeah, we're out of that, so we can continue with the.
I'm surprised that I've been doing it longer than you.
Why?
Well, I feel like you're you would have been doing it way longer than me.
To be fair, I've had friends that have been into like Warhammer, not so much like the tabletop as much as like the books and like the PC games and so on. So I knew of Warhammer, but I kind of found out the like tabletop way later. And also, to be fair, like until like 5 years ago, I never had like any interest in like creative stuff. Hey Mare, hey Frog, how you guys doing? How was stream?
Hello.
Oh, big raid.
I love these mushrooms, Lower.
I raided once. They walked me into a stream, Twitch stream. I always love that message. I always find it super funny.
Amazing.
Moob, thank you for
All
the
the
catnip.
catnip.
Mare, thank you for the catnip. Obinar, thank you for the catnip. How was stream, guys? What were you guys doing? You were just playing the Rift Breaker. I don't think I have heard about that game. We are doing a review. Well, we are discussing the winners of the Golden Demon competition that happened over the weekend at Adepticon in, I wanna say, Wyoming. Was it? No, was it Wyoming? What's next to? What's close to the Chicago, Illinois?
Close to what, sorry?
Somewhere in the US. Where was the US Golden Demon held? The Adepticon. I know it used to be in Chicago, but they moved it last year.
I have no clue.
Anyway, top-down mech buck shooty factory. Oh, so it's like a Miami type game, like the top-down shoot. Well, GTA, the old GTA games also used to be like top-down shooters. They're pretty nice. Stream was good. We're both a little tired, so we did a lot of art, alternating with games. Rabbit and Steel and the Rift Break. Oh, you guys did art, please. If you have pictures, feel free to drop links in the chat. Also, I don't remember if you guys post on Insta or any other platform, but feel free to drop those socials as well. For all the people that are new here, hello everybody. I am Melta. I'm a slime VTuber that has many forms. I usually play games, we do minis from time to time, and today, as I said, we are doing a review from the one of the mini painting competitions. Oh, I can get a recent commission we've done. Yeah, if you have any pictures, feel free to share them in chat. Also, for those of you that didn't come from Mare's stream, if you're not following Mare and Frog, please go and follow them. They're an amazing duo of a live 2D model and a PNG tuber. They are really funny, really entertaining, so please go and give them a follow. Also, if you ever want to get drawn as a mate, that's the channel that you need to go to. Is Late 3D? I don't... Huh. With 3D, to be fair, she is 3D. To be fair, with 3D, I've always like... kind of gotten used to for them to either have like the very anime style like Iron Mouse and like the big VTubers, or to have the VR chat model kind of looks. Because in terms of like texture and visuals, I feel like Mare, at least I connect Mare's model more to 2D models than the 3D. But yeah, now that you mention it, she has a 3D model. Any plans to farm Voruna when she realizes 7? Huh? Not particular plans, but I'll be down to farm Voruna if you guys want to do it together. For the confused people in chat, we're talking about Warframe. Yeah, I made lace model. Can confirm it's 3D. Wait, you made lace model? Damn. Let's go. Did you do the art or
nice.
did you do the rigging as well? Don't worry, my
Random wall.
Warframe talk. It does happen from time to time. We do tend to be all over the place as Warframe players.
And I need to be back because I need to get a snack.
Yeah, go get a snack.
Because if I don't, I will die.
Wrap up the
Meltzer's
talk
right here.
with the raiders. Oh, you're calling me a snack? Thank you.
Jack, that's your brother.
That's what?
That's your brother.
Like every famous
can-
anime line, we're not blood related.
He can still consider me a snack.
I mean, I guess it depends on the angle. It's illegal anyway.
Susas, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in. Wait, you weren't following before? How dare
To
you?
jail.
Not
Go to
following.
jail.
Straight to jail. I swear to God, I was following what is Twitch. Twitch has been doing that for years. Like, their channels, I can swear I have followed before. And some, like a few months pass by, I go to the channel and I'm not following. And I'm like, I swear I followed you. Like, what happened? It's a Viroid model if you know about it. Yeah, I know Viroid. Viroid is a very, I feel like, good entry program. And especially if you, like, don't have an artist background. But I feel to do, like, a proper, like, custom model in Viroid, you do need to have, like, an artist background. Otherwise, it's... I added Darkit blade shaped though. Wait, you're using Arkit, so does it use the what was it? The V-Bridger for tracking? Forget, do you also work in any of like the other 3D render programs like Blender, for example? I'm asking out of curiosity, like if you don't feel comfortable answering. You don't
Are you
have
also a blender?
a blender. Are you a blender? Can you imagine asking somebody? Are you a blender?
Are you John Blender?
Who the heck is John Blender?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking if they are them.
No, Virgins uses a different thing, but I think it's similar. Yeah, because I think both Arkit, well, they... Arkit got included, I think, as a package on V-Bridger. So I think as long as it has Arkit on it, you can still use V-Bridger for the... Yeah, because what I'm currently doing as well is I use iFacial mockup on the iPhone that is doing the tracking for me. Hello, papa. And then it gets... So I'm sending the iFacial mockup over to V-Bridger, and then V-Bridger is sending the data over to VTube. So I'm doing like a 3-step tracking, kinda. Also, hi, Content ID. How are you doing?
Content ID? Don't you mean cannot load ID?
No, I already renamed him to Content ID since you're short. Even like the other day when I went to his stream, I was like, "Hi, Content ID, how are you doing?" iFacial
Hi,
mockup can talk
content.
directly to our
Hi.
tracking software. Yeah, so iFacial mockup, you can fit even like the tracking directly into a VTube Studio, for example, and so on. But VBridger also, because VBridger has like different packages of kind of tracking, and especially if you're like doing I'm lost for words. If you're doing a custom model, your rigger, for example, could make a custom file for your VBridger. So in some cases, it can give you like a more accurate tracking. You should definitely check with Mittens, because she's more familiar with like how exactly the tracking for VBridger works. She did make like the VBridger tracking for this model, so she will be able to like give you a more proper explanation, because my explanation comes from a place of a total amateur that is like just interested in it as like a user more than like a creator. I just tweaked all that in the tracking software itself on the node graphs. How much time did that take you? Because that will be basically mapping the model customization to the raw tracking that you get from iFacial mockup. Because basically what the VBridger does is you can have a more like generic tracking on your model, and kind of like how I understand it is VBridger kind of translates the like physics of stuff between like the raw tracking and the model software. But yeah, if you manage to do it like just with iFacial mockup, that's amazing. Well, I wouldn't say it would be more exaggerated, but like you can adjust the sensitivity on the model, so you don't have to like do the more exaggerated expressions and stuff. So, because for example, like I'm barely opening my mouth, and like my still like detects the speaking and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm really bad for not actually like physically expressing myself in terms of what I'm saying or doing. So I have mine quite exaggerated.
Well, yeah, but also your model is not exactly like very expressionate, just because of like how the design of the model is. Because you
I've
don't
been
have
trying
like
with a few
eyebrows and
different
stuff.
Does it seem to pick up my eyebrows when I've tried a free model that has eyebrows?
Oh, you're using Warudo. So I have a couple of friends that are using Vinian. Then they swear by it. Have you used Vinian? I'm curious to hear like an opinion. What do you think of between Vinian and Warudo? Like which one is better? I also have the advantage of being the host, not the artist, so I can spend a lot of time checking my expressions and move my face in a way that works good on stream. Yeah, the thing is like whenever you're doing anything with like VTubers, and I don't like that about a lot of the VTubers, is that they don't really like use the full potential of their models, because a lot of them will just like sit stone faced like that, and they will just like barely move their mouth. And the thing is, you need to like move around, you need to like express yourself, you need to like open your mouth more widely so it detects it correctly, and so on. And it is true when somebody like says they're getting like muscle ache in their face whenever that they need to do VTubing, because they do need to move around and they need to be more expressive and so on. But yeah, if you want to have like good expression and for your model to look like active and to be more lively, you do need to also move around. I didn't like Vinian handle the tracking compared to Waruru, to be honest. Because Waruru is like the more newer one, but I guess it will have like a better tracking thingy. The physics engine in Waruru is nicer in my opinion. That's why I'm PNG tuber by choice. I'm not a great at emoting. That is totally fair. Like also, if you like don't want, because especially whenever I'm painting minis, I'm looking down like 90% of the time. So basically, if I'm painting minis, people will be just seeing that all the time, which is not like very entertaining, let's be honest. I'll most cases use a PNG tuber because that way I can like just do my stuff. People don't expect my model to be like jumping around and like doing all funny faces and so on. So I feel PNG tuber, especially whenever you're doing like creative work, is better. I think the only person I know that like their model looks better when they're doing creative work was Mittens when she was using the squishy cat, because whenever she was looking down, her like squishy cat became like very squished and it was super cute. Yeah, I'm already a naturally expressive person, so Froggy tailored it to that very well. That's amazing. Like I to be fair, Mer, I do like your model quite a lot, so cheers to Frog for doing such an amazing job on it. Yeah, I have the same problem when doing hand cam, so we've set my tracking host expression to have me looking down so it looks very natural. That's actually a very good idea, to like have it like look down or like you're doing something while there is no tracking, because whenever like you're doing something, like of course there's not going to be like any tracking on it or so on. Froggy really does a great job and he's slowly learning Blender, so he's only going more powerful. Let's go, Froggy. Actually, Michi also started yesterday to work on her Live 2D model. So, but she's doing like Live 2D rigging and so on, so she's also currently learning on how to do models and stuff. Oh, good work. That sounded so ominous, like, good work.
Thank you. I lost my mind a little bit yesterday, to be honest, because I've been looking at so many tutorials and stuff on how to do it. And then when I actually got to do it, and mind you, I've literally been watching videos for months, literal months. I had a breakdown yesterday. I was like, "Oh God, how do you actually do this, though?"
So,
but
she was starting stream, and basically she just had like the sketch of the model before she started like rendering and so on for the. And she before stream she was just sitting there and like, where do I start? Like, where do you usually start when you do like any piece? but this is different. And I'm like, you are an artist with like a decade of experience behind, like, and you're like super lost right now. It was very cute. Yeah, I'd love to make a model fully in Blender. I have seen like some of the models, like 3D models made in Blender, and like some of them are insane.
I made myself a V-Red model, and then literally the only reason was I have my VTuber design has really complicated horns to draw. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna sculpt this in 3D, easy peasy. And then I'll just, just turn this thing around however I want to draw her. And then I realized, okay, I kind of don't know how to do this on Blender. I do have Blender. I don't really know how to use it properly, even though like I have studied 3D for years. I'm just very bad at it. Let's just say it wasn't exactly my favorite class of my course. But,
I have also studied German in both high school and university for about like 10 years. I think I can like barely connect 10 sentences together. So
yeah, no, it's crazy because my course was actually about something else. It was illustration and concept art. We were doing just well, it was part of the course, right? I hated it, bro. I have so much respect for the people that love it because I'm pretty sure the reason I hate it is actually non-correlated to the 3D and sculpting itself. That's actually super fun. We had a professor that was a bit particular. Let's leave it at that. But I did this thing on Nomad Sculpt on the free version.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to buy it just to make my horns, right? So I imported the V-Red model, sculpted the horns on it, took like 100 screenshots, and then closed it basically. And you can't save things on the demo, so it is gone forever.
Forever, never.
Forever.
Yeah, that's valid. That's very valid. But yeah, like I feel that by the end of the year we may see a Michio model. Maybe.
Maybe. You never know.
By the end of the decade.
At the end of the decade. We are still in
By the end of
2026. Like in 2030, it will be there for sure.
By the end of the century.
For sure,
I'll
for
make
sure.
sure to have it done by the last Avatar movie. How about that?
Maybe by the next millennia.
Yeah, that's super smart. That's what I also told her, because she kind of made like a 3D model of like her model, so she will be able to like place it in different positions and see like how it will look like from like different perspective, which for like a reference to, let's say you like commission an artist, if you can like send them a 3D render of like how your model will look like in different positions is insane.
That's one of the biggest reasons I did this. I do commission people from time to time. And the amount of people that have gotten my horn.
Sorry to interrupt for a second. Yeah, Merfrock, please, if you do need to raid and run, please do so. Go relax, stretch, hydrate, and I adore you for raiding in. So thank you very much. Now, please finish
Have a nice day. I was gonna say there's a lot of people get my horn shape wrong usually, which is fair. It's pretty difficult, to be honest.
Your horns are pretty complicated. Like mine are fairly on the simple side on this model, and like the thickness of the horns between like different artists, different pieces, I have to say vary quite a lot. Also, like the texture on it also vary between the different artists. Your horns are like, I feel, at least 3 times more complicated.
Your horns are pretty simple, to be fair.
And people still like get them different between the different artists.
Yeah, at some point you're also gonna have the difference of like just stylization between different artists.
Okay, we have been yapping quite a lot, so let's go back to the Warhammer, because we still have like a lot of categories to go through. We were looking at Kaha's bronze entry and Raphael's. Is that an elf? What model is that, Jack? Jack?
Oh,
Yes.
What
The
model
bronze
is that?
entry.
The silver.
that's amazing.
That looks like, what category is this? AOS? Oh,
AOS,
this is
yeah.
just,
Single miniature AOS.
I want to say just one of the elves, because I don't think we have any human
Yeah, but
Sylvaner.
when you say one of the elves, you have the Sylvanet, which are mostly trees. And then you also have the elves from Cities of Sigmar. So when you say the elves, you're not really saying much. I do adore the base though. Like,
Yeah, the base
he
on
did an
that is
amazing job
amazing.
on the base. All the smoke critters.
I think honestly, the base is actually the most impressive thing about this. Like the character kind of pales in comparison to the work put into.
Yeah, because the
this
character
version.
itself is not like super complicated, but like combined with the like in terms of like jewelry and like stuff, trinkets on it.
Yeah.
But combined with the base, it really like ties it in like a scene. And then we have the boatman from Kaha.
Yeah, their coloring is just top tier, as always.
Her color kitty is next level, dude.
I think she should have won every single competition so far, but
She should just be given the Slayer sword.
I wonder, like, you know, because some of the judges are usually probably the same people, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder, you know, they see this girl again and they go, "Ah, here we go, third place again. How are we gonna tell her?"
To be fair, like a lot of the names that you're gonna see, they have appeared in like the top 3 winners in different categories over the last few years. Like Aaron, for example, won like 2 trophies last year. I think he won 1 silver and 1 bronze. He this year again he won like two trophies. So a lot of like the painters that's kind of what they do, and they do like appear very often in like the top 3 of the different categories. Also, she did win silver for one of her entries last year. She didn't win just the bronze.
Right.
She had I'm gonna put it in chat. She had a amazing Gargant entry last year. Actually, can I show it on? Yes. Yeah, this was her Gargant entry last year. She won silver.
Oh wow. Well, I don't know why I'm always amazed by the floors. I don't know why.
It like sets the scene.
But yeah, I have to say, like from this category, I love what he's done with the TOR around the goat.
Yeah.
And like the whole coloring triangle. I don't like the naked base, I have to say, like the plinth just being
It
left
kind
like
of
that.
pulls it away.
I adore the base on the silver.
Oh, that is crazy. Yeah.
But I have to say my favorite one is Kaha's. Okay.
Yeah, I think same.
Next category, Warhammer Age of Sigmar unit or warband. So that is going to be like a few miniatures. The goat was won by Łukasz Wiggering. That's
I like
Nurgle?
it. I'm not too impressed, I'll be honest with you. I mean, it looks amazing, don't get me wrong. But like, for what my tastes are, I guess just on a personal level, I'm not too.
I have to say, like, my only critique about this will be they don't look dirty enough to be Nurgle.
Yeah, they look a little.
They
clean
look
for
a little
Nurgle.
bit too clean for Nurgle.
Nurgle, for context, is the
god
like,
of
god
ruined
of-
disease.
Yeah,
Oh.
he's very commonly represented as just a giant, slithering, slimy demon, with a constant like odor and miasma around
Yeah.
him.
Imagine Jabba the Hutt from Star Wars, but like even more slimy. Okay, silver entry is Brandon Ran. I do of the chameleons from the Seraphon.
Oh wow!
They're such cute models. And
I
the
really
little
like this
frog
tree.
next to them.
I like the tree, dude. Like, I really love that tree for some reason.
I like how you can tell that she used to like paint like vases and fruits and what was it? Not panorama, but what is it when you paint like mountains and stuff?
Environment.
Yes.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, you can tell that she used to do that because the first thing she notices is, oh, the trees, the rocks.
To be honest, they are the things that I appreciate most about these pieces. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Maybe
Yeah.
it's because I'm not too into the Warhammer, like, so I don't know the characters. But usually it's the first thing I will look at is the nature and the context around it.
Well, we are more looking like at how they managed to like execute like the skin, for example, on like the
Yeah.
different minis and the details. Because you have to like also remember that all of these started as like gray plastic.
Of course.
So all
Yeah,
the
don't get me
little
wrong,
like details
they're
and
all
stuff were
incredibly
painted in.
impressive regardless.
Oh, that's the oh, what was their face? Flesh cutter, fresh eater cords. I like how the butt in. Is it just me or the butt looks like he's dancing a little bit? The butt on the top.
Dancing?
Yes, this one.
Why dancing?
I don't know. He has like a very weird pose. Like his lower like part is a little bit turned, and he's like spread his wings. Like hey.
It's so cute. I like this piece, but I'll be honest with you. I don't like the lack of contrast with the floor and the and the ground and stuff, because they are teal and magenta-ish, right?
Yeah.
And the floor is the exact same colors.
Yeah.
So they
get
kind of
what you
mushes
mean.
them up a bit.
Yeah, with these ones you see the like contrast between like because the ground and like the stuff are like a little bit
Like, I'll
darker
give you
than them.
an example. The chameleon is perfect as an example because it's so the chameleons are green.
Yeah.
Okay. The grass is green as well, of course. But the grass is very desaturated and dark, and they are very like, you know, a stark contrast of color on them.
Yeah, they pop up against the background.
But the colors on the third one, they are all kind of mushy together, in my opinion.
They kind of blend. Because, yeah, also, like, for example, the leather on, like, the axe is kind of the same color as their skin.
Mm.
It feels like a little bit he kind of placed a challenge on himself. Like, this is the limited palette that I can work with. Like, can I push this mini
Yeah,
enough
maybe. Yeah.
to be able to? Because he did limit himself like to very few colors, I would say. Hey Kai, how are you doing? Thank you for the work.
Bessie, read our chat for a second, brother, if you can.
To read chat for a second.
No, like the Discord chat.
Sure.
What's it? The next category's got Marco in it.
Oh, Marco's one
My
is
favorite
amazing.
model.
Just to say our favorites, even though, like, as we said, like, this is a more desaturated one, I do like, from this category, I do like this one the most.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, looking at all three of them, it does deserve first place.
Yeah. Next category.
Look at those rocks.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
like the
wow.
base looks amazing. Next category, Warch miniatures or war machines. We have a demon angel thingy.
Look at these wings.
Made by Łukasz Holmstrom, who is part of the Squidmar channel that you can go and check on YouTube. And I think he also has an Instagram.
This might be one of my favorites ones so far.
Yeah, he did a very good job. Although before you judge, let's see the bronze and the silver. I do like the skin, and especially like the base is a very nice contrast with it. It gives it a very like Guardian of the Ruins kind of feel.
Yeah.
Okay, these are I think this one is like one of the harder categories.
Oh wow! Look
We
at the
have
water.
Marco Frisoni. Yeah, just look at like the drips of like water and stuff that is happening.
Wow! Even the third one is amazing. Look at that tree. I like trees.
It feels very swampy.
Yeah. No, but like this water is great. Is that painted? That's painted, right? The water is gonna be painted. That is insane. That's a robbery. You should have won. I mean, first place is in like I like the model of like how the model is painted in the first place more than the others. But that waterman, absolute madness.
Yeah, to be fair, like from these 3 minis, like all of them look amazing. But Marco's like execution and also the base, like the slime that he did for the base is like
wow.
It's
next
so
level.
beautiful.
It is next
the mucus,
level.
It just looks great.
Also, Marco has a YouTube channel called Not Only Mecha. He does a lot of like painting tutorials. He's one of the people that have inspired me a lot for like my paint jobs and techniques that I use. So if you want to get into the hobby, I highly recommend checking out his channel. I think this was like one of the hardest categories. Like all three of them like look amazing.
Yeah, they absolutely look insane.
But yeah, if I have to pick favorite, Marcos entry will be it.
Marco Frisoni, that's Italian.
He is Italian, but he lives in Ireland or UK. I think Ireland.
Based.
Yeah.
Very based.
But he is Italian. Next category is the Warhammer the Horus Heresy. The Winged Dude.
Wow, look at the scales. Is that armor? Like,
so the front
no, he is a
scales,
snake.
the front scales are, I think, armor. The back scales, like the green ones, are like actual scales. So he used to be one of the like leaders of the Space Marines, one of the chapters. And then he fell to chaos, so he became a demon prince, and this is what he mutated. This snake thingy.
wow,
It's
this is
beautiful.
insane.
It does look very beautiful. Like Mohammed did like insane job on the rendering. I do love the like the blend on the freaking wings. Looks amazing.
I like the rocks a lot, but I think of the character, the piece I am most impressed with is the armor is actually insane.
Yeah, the god is also very well rendered. For silver, we have a Space Marine? No. Is that the Night Ward? Yes,
Night
it's a Night Ward. But that's before they fell to chaos. And we have the... Is this Magnus? Also, wait, how is... This is Horus Heresy, so he turned into a demon prince all the way back in Horus Heresy?
Yeah.
Damn.
There's quite a few of the Primarchs that technically ascended during the heresy.
I gotta say though, like the base is a bit boring for like such a vibrant model.
But if you put a lot of attention to the base,
yeah, that also like makes sense for it, not so you don't pull attention away from
yeah.
the I do like the skin rendering on this one.
I don't also, like number 2, I'll be honest.
Really?
Yeah. If you make a comparison, even with the one next to it, the third one, what I don't like is purely the style of painting used, because it looks 2D, which is impressive. Don't get me wrong, like that is insane. Actually, like that is an impressive thing to be able to do.
I was about to say, like, they managed to pull like a 2D to look like a 2D.
No, I know. Like I'm fully aware that it's actually like a really, really impressive thing. I'm just stylistically speaking, that's not something I like looking at.
That's fair. That's fair. I have to say, like stylistically, I like these first, like the gold and the bronze. As an execution, like just as a cleanliness of like the paint job, I have to give it like to the second one. Like that render of like the bull armor looks freaking crisp. Next category, the old world. Gold place, we have a winged horse.
Oh, this is beautiful. I was gonna say, I do have to go, sadly. But I'll tell you what I think about this one first. This first one. I love these wings.
The wings are very well made.
Yeah. The rocks are bothering me. The rocks bother me because they look like a picture photoshopped. Which is great. It means it's really well done, of course. But it's so my brain is fucking with it. Like it's fucking with my brain. I
really want to know how he made the water.
That's probably epoxy, right? I would think.
Yeah, but the thing is, epoxy takes hours to like harden.
You will have to tip it a certain way, probably, to make it do what you want it to do, or he might have had a mold where this was like upside down, you know what I mean? And then he filled it up with epoxy and then just stuck the rocks on it.
I don't know. I really want to see a tutorial on like how he managed to achieve that. And also like the foam. on the top of the wave.
Yeah,
Like,
no, that's
looks
crazy.
freaking
That's
insane.
crazy.
The mini itself looks very clean as a paint job.
Yeah.
But very safe as well.
Yeah, it's not overly adventurous. It's very complete. It's very not simple, but it's very cleanly done in a way.
I have to say though, the hieroglyphics like on the shield and on the side of the horse looks freaking clean.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
And that was free-handed. Oof, that reflection. Those
Guys, I'm
secondary
so
reflections.
I do have to go, sadly, but these are all amazing. People are insane, man. I've been an artist most of my life. I deal in different kinds of art than what we're looking at right now.
You're more of like traditional artist.
Yeah, but I appreciate art in any form, to be honest. And some of these pieces are incredible pieces of art and artistry, honestly.
Yeah, I do agree.
It's
like
that blue one. I don't like the blue one that we saw. I'm joking. It's a joke.
Goodbye, Michelangelo Michi.
Michelangelo.
Thank you for
I hope you
joining
guys
us.
have a good rest of the stream. And don't curse me while I'm gone. And don't hate me for leaving. Okay, goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, now we can talk trash about Michi. Time for the trash talk.
How dare she leave us?
Thank you for the dango and the pancake, Kai.
I'll sue them.
Ah, okay. It works. The throwables work. I have to say, like, the dwarf, like, the reflections and
the
the
reflections
shininess
on the
axe.
sword is so good. Like how it's reflecting some of the beard and then at the bottom reflecting the other bit is amazing.
Yeah, the thing that you have like a reflection of the ground, like the slightly green, like rocks, and then you have like the small reflection in the tip of the axe in the top. Wait, is it capturing? No, it's not capturing my mouse. Give me a second. Properties capture. Yeah, it's capturing the cursor. Why is it not showing the cursor? Hello? Oh, okay. Yeah. So the slight like reflection of the beard in like this tip here, and then it like goes to the like more neutral, and the ground reflection from the bottom part. It's very crisp, like chef's kiss. To be fair, like I am terrible like at my non-metallic metal. I don't think I do like a good non-metallic metal, but what I have always like watched from like what better artists than me is that you always, if you want to like do a convincing non-metallic metal, you need to include like reflections from the environment. And I think that Magnus did like a banging job on that.
Oh yeah.
And the bronze is Oliver Pratt. I'm not too familiar with the old world minis. Is that from the Empire?
I'm not entirely confident either. Old world is very confusing to me.
I have to say though, from all the three pieces, if I had to pick the favorite, I would go with Magnus.
I think I'd still pick Lucas just because of how amazing the water and the basing as well.
The concept, like if you judge it like as a scene, like the concept for like this is amazing. But I just like I feel Magnus went a bit more bold with like the mini and the paint job that he did.
Yeah.
We have middleware strategy battle game. Niklas Rubens Mortensen. Didn't he already win one? Okay, we have Elf. I have to say, because the middleware minis, if I'm not mistaken, are like smaller scale than like Warhammer actually.
I believe they're slightly smaller scale, but they're not like epic tiny.
But they also don't have that much detail sculpted into them as the Warhammer ones.
Actually, a lot of the more recent ones do have details, but a lot of the older ones were look at least very flat and basic and simple.
Also, I gotta say, like at this scale, like managing to get like this kind of detail is amazing. We have another elf, and I think Romirim.
I'm not sure because I don't know anything about Lord of the Rings. I've never watched it. I know just saying that slowly makes a slight twitch in Melter's brain.
I still can't believe you haven't even watched Lord of the Rings, Jack.
So long though.
How are we even friends? Like,
it's so long.
Do it in parts, like watch the first movie, then wait a weekend.
The first movie is like 3 hours.
You have ADHD, watch it in double speed.
That's still an hour and a half.
Ball. Oh, another piece from Magnus. We have the Goblin and Orc. Well, they're not exactly goblins. What are they called? Gretchens?
Yes, Gretchen.
I do like that he went with like more desaturated skin for the orc. Because what I have seen with a lot of orcs, especially when you're doing like a dark armor, is they will go very like bright with the green skin color, and it kind of makes them look cartoonish.
It looks very smooth with this one, like it fits a bit better.
I have to say, I love the rendering on the Gretchen. Like, this looks
Gretchen
like
feels like he steals the show.
Yeah, the Gretchen looks like something that was like made by Pixar, and this is the protagonist of like the new Pixar movie or something.
I would also just like to say, the Lord of the Rings DVDs I have, the 3 movies are 12 hours long total.
Yes, because there is the extended cut, and I think there is also like the director's cut, which are longer.
I only have the extended cut.
Well, you sacrifice 12 hours for me, won't you?
The extended cut is 3 hours and 48 minutes for Fellowship of the Ring.
You won't sacrifice 12 hours for me?
Do you know how much yapping they do?
They do. And also, the thing is, for whoever like has read the original like Lord of the Rings books, knows that Tolkien, he does a lot of like descriptive writing. He will describe like how the forest looks, how the mountains in the distance look, how the leaves like sway in the wind, and so on. He, like, in the beginning of every like chapter, he will do like 2 pages of like just description of the environment. And they have done that a lot in like they don't like describe it like with words, but they'll show like a lot of scenery and like set up the scene. So it is very, it could be like Lord of the Rings. I feel every fantasy fan should have watched at least once, because it kind of started with that.
Yeah.
But I also don't feel like it's for everybody, because it just could not be like your cup of tea. Nathan Cartwright. I kind of like it. I also don't know how I feel about the skin though. I understand he kind of went for the like purplish like infected skin.
Yeah. It looks okay. I'm just not a fan of it personally. I prefer different looking Nurgle.
I do like the red armor. Like this
Yeah,
immediately
the
hits you in the
red
face.
it's very reminds me a lot of a heresy era Thousand Suns, where they were sort of candy crimson red.
Going from red to blue, how much they have fallen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the cow sentry is my favorite so far from this category. Magnus did amazing, like amazing rendering. The Gretchen looks like a freaking movie character from Pixar. But the red armor, like, just so freaking lovely. And especially like it complements the goat so much. Necromunda. This is one of the GW products I have only seen on like painting commissions. I have never watched or like been much interested in like the game of Necromunda.
Mm. I like some of the minis from there. They had a cool dog at one point that I think I still have it somewhere.
I have to say that looks amazing. Like if you place this in like a dystopian kind of like futuristic game and you place that as a scene, I'll believe it. Like that
Yeah.
exists there. And with like the graffitis and like the poster, he's built the scene. Like this is more, for me, this is more of a diorama than like an actual mini. We have Bruce Rose and Alessandro Marino. I love how he's done the rendering on the curtain. It feels like he took like a red piece of like cloth and like made a curtain out of it. Yeah, not much to say about epic scale. So, for you to have a better understanding, epic scale are a series of minis that Games Workshop does that are extremely small. So usually this is considered like one of the bigger like spaceships in like the Space Marine arsenal. This is smaller than like the normal Marines in terms of scale. So this is like what, less than 3 centimeters?
Oh, I forgot to bring Alice something. That'd be 2 secs.
Okay. And like managing to achieve like this level of detail, and so if the ship is like this small and the marines are like even smaller, and they managed to like achieve this level of detail. Like that's so freaking crazy to me. What kind of brush was he using? Also, what kind of magnifying glass were you using to be able to see like where you're putting your brush? Because there is also, is that like freehand or did he stamp it? Because if he managed to freehand that, that's freaking like impressive. Also, I do love how he did like the reflections of the glass from the uh, cockpit. We also have Pablo Lopez Jimeno, who did, I think those are Tau ships, which again, like this level of detail on such a small scale. And John Margiotta. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing his name correctly. Okay, I'm gonna take advantage that Jack went AFK. I'll go real quick on a toilet break and I'll be right back as well. We were down to the epic scale.
Yeah.
And I was just
These
saying like the level of detail.
absolutely amazing, the level of detail on them, yeah.
Considering how small it is, what size brush do you think he was working with?
A hair.
6 zeros, like 2 hairs stuck
Just
together.
a singular hair.
Just a singular. He was doing it with the thread that you use to clean your teeth and stuff, like the super thin one. Dental floss.
Yeah.
And the Tau ships. Are the Tau ships actually? I don't think they're bigger than the Thunderhawk.
No.
Yeah,
I
so
don't
they
think
will be
so.
like even smaller. And tank. Something bothers me about the bronze one. I feel it's a bit too monotone. Which, like, with this kind of machine is expected, I guess. Then we have the dioramas. The goat from David Arroba. That was the new mini, the Prince Vorhai. Vorhai. Not sure how you pronounce it, his name. Vordai.
Yeah. I think. I can't remember. It's been so long. I can't think about what any of their names are.
Very bright cape. I do like that, like, he pushed the cape a lot more than the wings. Also, one thing that pops out at me is I don't know if you notice, but every stone in the tower is edge highlighted.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of stones on the tower. Looks very nice.
They've put a lot of effort into it.
We have Andy Wardo, very big veteran in the Golden Demon competitions. I do of the wolf spirit. Kinda reminds me of like the Japanese like anime folklore where they like use spirits like Shikigami and stuff. Kinda reminds me of that. And also I like that even though he used a lot of like green in it, you can like fairly easily distinguish like between the different elements. Yeah, everything okay?
I'm a little distracted. I prefer the bronze on this one more than definitely. The whole scene.
It does look a
together.
bit more like diorama, I feel, because of the background, because it kind of frames the scene. As a diorama, I would agree. I also prefer
For
bronze.
for dioramas, it feels like less that it's just supposed to tell a story, and it's not just telling like a story about the guy. A diorama is supposed to tell a story about
The
multiple
environment,
people in the scene and the environment and everything in the area. And the little, I can't remember what they call it, like the zone mortalis or whatever it is style thing, makes it fit really well.
Yeah, I would go for Tom's space as well as a diorama. But I have to say, like, the execution on the David's model, like, is freaking insane. If he went in to such like a big detail to like edge highlight every single stone.
I like it. It just doesn't feel like I look at it and I'm like, wow.
Oh, we're at the duel. Duel always has very epic entries.
I'm slightly biased here. I agree with Gold. I like Magnus.
Yeah, also I like that the flame from like his attack, how it like highlights the inner wing here and the arm. It does feel like they exist in the same space. Also, the base is really well made. It really feels like a frozen.
It feels
cliff.
like a whole ass It's not just a fight between two minis. There's a dynamic fight in the environment.
Yeah.
I also like the pose that they've gone with. Like, he's stepped forward and he's swung. He's not just doing, like, the generic thing where they just sort of look like they're staring off at each other.
Well, yeah, with a lot of like duo entries we have seen in the past, they'll just go with like that because then they don't really have to change the like original pose of the minis that much. Because
Yeah.
in 90% of the cases, the minis are posed in such a way that they just look somewhere in the distance.
Yeah, a lot of minis are just sort of looking at, like, the hill over there.
Yeah. But yeah, it does have like a very dynamic scene. I'm curious if like this was sculpted because the wings are different, the arms are like placed in different positions. If like this was sculpted or if it was like 3D printed maybe and added to the.
I don't think the current guidelines allow you to just 3D print a piece, but you are allowed to sculpt it by hand.
We do have some amazing sculptors in the community as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I have to say I love the armored dinosaur. It really feels gives me the vibe of like what the medieval centuries would have been if the dinosaurs still exist.
Oh, yeah. Could you imagine going into battle riding a T-Rex?
T-Rex I feel are a bit too big to use as a mount, but like a Utahraptor, why not?
What about what'd you call it? You know, like the giant, I think they're called sauropods.
Mm-hmm.
Them, but they're walking artillery pieces. Like, they carry massive artillery launchers on their back.
Well, to be fair, like just look at the Seraphon army from Age of Sigmar and you see like how an army of dinosaurs would look. Because they do have some pieces that are like artillery on like big ass dinosaurs.
They keep getting rid of the cool dinosaurs. They got rid of the
Yeah.
giant Forge World T-Rex, which I'm sad about because I almost got to buy one.
I'm not so sure about the positioning of the dinosaur. Because it feels like the horse is like running kind of perpendicular to the two riders are fighting, and at the same time the dino is just like doing his own business. He doesn't like really care what's happening.
Tells that dino what to do, okay? He's a free dino.
That's true, that's true. And we have the Verminwort.
Yeah.
That's killed the Griffin?
Yeah, one of the griffins. Griff Talon? No.
It really gives you a perspective of the scale, like how big like Verminworts are in terms of minis compared to like a normal.
And then the next highest rank unit is barely up to the Vermin Lord's Fly.
Yeah. The Verminworts are pretty big, even on like the tabletop.
Oh, yeah. I've tried many a time to hide them behind terrain. They can always be seen.
Yeah, from this category, I would definitely go with the Magnus one. The goat here was like very well deserved. Young bots. Young bots were people under 16, I want to say.
Yeah, 12 to 15 years old.
And it was, I think there was also like, although I don't know how exactly are they like proving that, but I think there was also a limit on how like many years they have been in the hobby.
Yeah.
Graydon. I gotta say, like, for a under 16-year-old, he has like a what better rendering of non-metallic metal than I'll ever achieve.
Oh yes. Some of the kids that definitely have been taught how to do it by actual legends and stuff. Some of their skill level of the painting is just so phenomenal. Especially for how young they are.
Yeah. The second one, I would say, like, very safe, very clean. The third one, I'm not even sure if that was like a sought after effect. The skin kind of looks like a bit
It
clumpy.
feels very spotty.
Yeah. It's possible that was a sought after effect because it is Nurgle. The open competition. I think this is my favorite piece. Like the rendering on that quad is freaking insane.
Yeah.
You can almost feel the fabric.
It feels like I could literally just touch it and it would be like a curtain.
What was the condition? Like, what could enter into open competition? I know that the GW employees, cause so like it doesn't like it's there is bias and so on. They need to join the open competition instead of like the other like actual categories.
Yeah.
I think it still needed to be like Warhammer or like at least Games Workshop related. Lucas got silver in the open competition. Isn't that the same mini that Mark went with? But this one is like on a more normal base instead of like the mucus floating thingy. I do love the whole scene that he set up, especially with the background and so on.
Yeah.
But I have seen so many like freaking space marines that it's just, don't get me wrong, like it's an amazing execution. Like Sam Lens is one of the like most talented artists I have seen. But just like whenever I see it, just a marine, it feels so generic to me that I don't know. And the Slayer Sword Winner was David Arroba with his diorama of the Prince Vordrai. Oh, there are even like more detailed pictures of it. Yeah, up close you can see that there are like very minute details in the wings and stuff that are not really visible on the original picture. I also love how he's managed to do like the tongue. It looks like the tongue itself is like peeling off.
Oh god.
You okay?
The description, the stuff upstairs goes through the floor into the basement.
Thank for the work, Nitro. Yeah, the base is extremely detailed. You can see like the edge highlights on this. I think I have seen the only once like this level of detail on like so many like little parts is when somebody went in and like did edge highlight for like one of the big dragons for Stormcast. They went in and like every scale was like edge highlighted. Yeah, amazing work. And that's the final entry. We got through it, Jack. We managed to check all the minis. What's your opinion? Favorites? In your opinion, who should have won the Slayer Sword? Did they give it to the right mini?
Mucus.
The Marcus entry, the Mucus Rider. Okay, I think that would be it for today.
Yeah.
Let's see who we can raid into.
I was gonna say, and you might need to go lie down.
Yeah, that's okay. Is there anybody that's doing minis though? Cause we were doing mini reviews, so
Hello?
yeah, I'm just looking to see who we wanna raid into.
Let's raid Twitch.
To raid Twitch. Why would we wanna raid Twitch? Do they even deserve to be raided?
Maybe.
You know what? I'm gonna send you guys to Spark Mini. Spark is another amazing miniature painter. Autumn good bean. So we're gonna go and say hi.
Yeah.
Be nice, behave, don't let me down. And I'll see you guys again on Friday. I'm still not sure what we're gonna be doing. I do need to sit down and paint some more. We did start on Bastion I got it to a certain point, but we do need to work more on it. So, well, probably we will paint on Sunday stream and we'll do some games on Friday. Thank you everybody for stopping by. Thank you everybody for joining us. And as usual, we love you. We appreciate you. Until next time, bye bye.
What he said.